Hello everyone, I'm Lady Calmere. I welcome you to my channel. So if you're new, I welcome you. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. When we have a cat in the background. Why, it's Lady Bost. So anyways, announcements before I go on. I know it's been about 10 days since I did a presentation. I'm slowing down because I've been so extremely busy packing. Right, Lady Boss? And getting everything ready for the move. I don't know if I'll be able to do another presentation this month of July. I will have to restart in August. Hopefully I can do a presentation, but if I have everything packed away, it wouldn't be any fun without any pictures or statues. So, hi Loki. You heard that I was doing a presentation, huh? So anyways, other news, I went to a concert, got to see Obituary. Opening for them was a fantastic band called Tribal Gaze. And in 200 Stab Wounds, loved them very much, and I got to see Obituary. And yes, I got a shirt signed by them and a guitar pick. And unfortunately, I have the guitar pick packed away. So, anyways, Nukwa, who is she? She's pronounced different ways. She's pronounced and spelled different ways as Nuwa, Nukwa, and Nukwa. Nukwa, even in today's standards, she is very important goddess. She's very famous and very popular. And she is credited with the creation of human beings. So her description is that she's very beautiful woman with a human body, torso, and the bottom part of her is that of a snake or that of a dragon, but she's a snake. So in the beginning, we had Pangu, where the universe, he slept in like an egg for 18,000 years, and then he woke up and he realized he was in darkness, and he split the egg, and with his weapon, mighty weapon, he made a slash, and he separated heaven and earth, and he held heaven and earth as a pillar, and each year he'd grow and grow and grow, and each year the heavens and earth separated from each other. So eventually he dies, and everything was made from a part of him, like his left eye, the moon, right eye, the sun, whatever, and mountains were formed from his blood, the lakes. Now, in one creation story with this is that humans were came from because they were insects on his body. However, there's another story about humans were formed. So and that is through Nukwa. So after Pangu died, and heavens and the earth, well, before he died, when heavens and earth were separated, the god of heaven and the goddess of earth had a child, and that was Nukwa. And Nukwa was a very lovely goddess. She is very lovely, and her the upper part of her is human, and the lower part of her is a form of a snake tail. And here we have some nice pictures of her, lovely pictures. Here we have this beautiful 8 of Pentacles. And that's from the Universal Goddess Tarot. And who is it by? Lo Scarabeo, sorry. Lo Scarabeo, sorry. It's by Maria Carati and Antonella Platano. And the second card, Nukwa, Order, comes from this, The Goddess Oracle by Amy Sophia Marashinsky, illustrated by Rana Jonto. I do recommend these. You can get them from Amazon.com. I thought I was going to have to stop Loki from doing something. Or eBay or your local occult store. Don't bite me. So anyways, let's get on to the brass tacks. Who is she? Nuqua formed humans. But before she formed humans, and there's a reason why. The earth was very beautiful. And it's said that some stories said she created the animals, other stories she was with the animals, whether she created them or not. And she tried to talk to the mountains, and the mountains didn't seem to understand her. She tried to talk to the rivers and lakes and the other animals, and she was very sad. So she looked into this river, and she looked at herself, and it was said that a leaf fell into the river and broke up her image, and she realized why she was so sad. It's because she was lonely, and she was bored. So she decided to take some yellow clay, and she formed the very first human. And she breathed life, her essence, into this human, and it became alive. She made men and she made women. She decided she was going to make it into her image, but different. She didn't make them with a snake tail. She gave them legs. And she made one after another, and she talked to them, and they talked to her, and she named them humans. And, they were happy to be created, and they loved her, and they worshipped her. So, she made more humans. But this became very tedious and very time consuming, because not only did she make them, but she breathed her essence into them. And sometimes some stories say her hands began to hurt, or she became bored and she became tired. So then she took a vine and she went into this clay, and she hit the clay, and she made these blobs all over, and these blobs also she put her essence into them, and they became alive. Now, she also made sure that, because, as the humans were made, they died. So she made them where they can procreate. She made them where she gave them, the ability to procreate. Now, what's with the difference between the formed humans and the blobs of the humans? Well, the formed humans and their descendants were the nobility, the aristocrats. And the blobs and their descendants were the peasants. And she told the aristocrats and nobles that the peasants, will serve them. So there we see the class system, the rich, the nobility, and the rest of the folks. But she loved her humans, be they rich or poor, man or woman. She loved them. She also invented marriage, and she taught humans how to procreate, how to have sex. She gave the responsibilities and duties for the men and women. So in this story we see that the humans were made by Nuqua. Now, later stories, and as time goes on, that Nuqua and her, the god Fuxi, becomes a man, and Nuqua becomes a woman. And in this story, was that Fuxi and Nuqua, emperor and empress, were brother and sister, or they were, I think, before they became emperor and empress. That there was a great flood, and that they were the only survivors. When the flood receded, they realized they were the only survivors. Hello, Loki. And they didn't know what to do. But being brother and sister, how can we procreate? So they set upon praying upon the gods, and they decided. So in this story, they decided that each one would go to ascend a different mountain, and they would do a divination by fire and smoke. Each one, brother and sister, would light a fire. And if the smoke goes all the way up, straight up, that the human race must die. That they are the last. They will not procreate. But if the smoke was each other's campfire smoke, the divination smoke would go and entwine with each other, that they will get married and become from brother and sister to husband and wife. Well, as the story would have it, the smoke intertwined. So they came down from the mountain, they married, and they continued the human race. Of course, through incest. Because then their brothers and sisters that they had with incest. And anyways, Fuxi and Nuqua were emperor and empress, and they became the progenitors of the human race once again. So anyways, let's go back to her being a goddess. Let's go back to her. Now, people are going to ask me, is she approachable? Yes. She is very peaceable. She is very benevolent, and she is very helpful. That even in the stories when she decided to retire to the heavens, she would answer prayers and petitions. That she would be there for her people and always help. Nuqua is a goddess of order, of justice, and that she is a goddess of balance. And that she is a mother goddess. And that she is very caring for her human creations. So she is also a goddess of marriage, and that she can be petitioned for you to find Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, that someone that is meant for you, so that you can have a long-term relationship in marriage. And she's also a goddess of procreation, so she could be called on to have children. And maybe you want many children. Maybe you want, a boy or a girl or boy, that she can be called on for that. She is very concerned about our welfare. So that would be considering calling upon her to have a good home, a good job, a good stable family, a good life, and that she is a goddess of comfort and very caring. She's also a cultural hero. So yes, she is considered a cultural hero. So another thing is that there was once a fight between Gong, a god of the deep oceans, and a god of fire. And these two gods went to war. And it was Gong who wanted to take over heaven and go against the fire god. And he lost. He lost miserably against the fire god. So Gong, in a fit of anger, smashed his head off one of the pillars. So there were 4 pillars holding the heaven from earth. And in this fit of rage, when he did this to himself, the pillar came collapsing down, and the heaven and earth roared, and the whole was in heaven. And the floods came through from the heavens, and the people were in danger. And she saw this, and it scared her. So Nukwa went to the to the great tortoise. His name was Ao, A-O, but pronounced Ao. And she said, "We have to fix this. Can you help me, Ao?" And Ao said yes. He said to cut off his legs to fix the pillars. And she did. Everything was topsy-turvy. Everything was just wrong. The earth was tilted. Everything that was beautiful was ruined. She took 5 colored stones and she smelted them. And with these 5 colored stones, she fixed a hole in the sky. And unfortunately, the earth was now at a tilt which she couldn't fix. But she made everything beautiful again, as best as she could. Now, Nukwa is also sometimes said to defeat monsters. That she is able, there is even stories where she even defeats Gong and other monsters and any being that wishes to devastate the earth or her creation, us, her humans. Now, Fu Shi is also said to, as a god, to be half human and half snake. And that's her consort, her husband. So in some stories, it's her, like I said, brother and sister. Other stories, husband and wife. But either way, they always get married. So, Nuqua, she is one of the primordials. She is a primordial goddess, of course. As I said, she was created when heavens and earth were separated. Nuqua is a goddess who controlled floods. She teaches people how to be civilization. She teaches the arts of irrigation. She teaches people the arts of dam building. She teaches people culture, and where I said she is a cultural hero, she is a goddess of who responds to petitions. When you are bothered by something or you need something, that you can go to her, no matter how big or small. It says that she cares so much about her creation and the people. And like I said, she is a matchmaker. And it doesn't have to just be for marriage. Maybe you're just wanting someone to share your life with. You don't have to get married. Maybe you want a long-term relationship. So again, not every time you do a love spell is because you want to get married. Maybe you're also bored. Maybe you just feel that your life would be more fulfilling with someone in it. So therefore, you can go to Nuqua for her. Now, there's also another version of how the earth got messed up after a battle. There's a version where Nuqua, a queen goddess who defeated a powerful king, and he was offended and humiliated by being beat up by a girl. So this monster ran to the mountaintop, and he smashed the heavenly bamboo, and therefore tearing a hole into the sky, and this let the heavenly floods, the flood waters from the heavens beyond into the earth. And Nukwa again takes the stones and repairs everything. So the heavenly bamboo can be seen like sort of like the axis mundi. You know, the world axis. That mythical center of the world. She is also said to have tamed a giant king of oxen, where she ran a rope through his nose, thereby taming him. So she was said, Nukwa, to also have brought, like I said, civilization, and also taming wild animals, and domestication of wild animals. When we think about it, where did the cats come from? Where did dogs come from? They, their ancestors were big cats and wolves, in which, the taming of horses, the taming of different animals to be used for, the benefit of civilization. Stop it. Hey, stop it. You don't bite me. So the animal that's associated with Nukwa is, of course, the snake. Now, also an attribute to Nukwa, in one place, through the book by Judika Illes, she has a book called, I can't remember what it is. It's Encyclopedia of Spirits. That's what it is. And in there, it's mentioned that the attribute is a compass. I'm not sure what else she mentions as an attribute there, but I do remember a compass, not compass, compass. So, not only is she called the mother of civilization, she's also mother of the gods and defender of the gods. She is our mother. She is the mother of humanity, the mother of humans. She helps people to adopt new positive attitudes. That she is a goddess of order. She doesn't like chaos. She restores order. So when everything is messed up, she cleans it up. She calms things down. Calmer heads prevail. She is basically, she brings level-headedness. To think with a good head, to think clear-headedness, clear-mindedness. She brings clear-mindedness. She can help us return to a place of innocence and adopt new positive attitudes, especially when we feel angry or sad. She is the goddess who brings hope to all her children. So, other things that I want to talk about her. I'm just trying to remember. I'm sorry, I do not have a script. I do not use notes. And everything comes from what I've learned and about memory from her. What are you doing? You silly boy. He's playing with his toys. So she's... Really? He went underneath the couch and you hear that? He's playing with his toy. So, some people confuse Nuwa with Qingwei. Qingwei is not Nuwa. Nuwa should not be confused with Qingwei. They are two different deities, okay? Her story may have some parallels with Qingwei, but they are separate, okay? So let's get that. What you got? He's got something. So Nuqua is about fixing things. She can fix things that we feel broken in our lives. When we feel broken, she can help fix us. She can help, with the healing process. So she's a goddess who fixes things. So Nuqua is listed as one of the three sovereigns, and the three sovereigns, of course, is Nuqua, along with Shenong and Fuxi, which is spelled Fuxi, but it's pronounced Fuxi. So the three sovereigns are Nuqua, Shenong, and Fuxi. Now, another thing that's an attribute that I will say is that sometimes she holds a carpenter's square, or she also holds the moon that has a divine frog inside. So we can say compass, carpenter's square, as a moon with a divine frog inside. So Nuqua can help us create things. As she created us, she can also help create things and bring things to life. Maybe it's a new invention, maybe, creating something on virtual reality, maybe creating something on the internet, a video game, bringing characters to life in the video games. The sky's the limit, folks. She can really help us to create things and to make life better for ourselves and for all of humanity. Because she cares not just for the single person, but that of all humanity. So if maybe you want to make things better for your family or for your friends or your community, she can help you do that, because she is a goddess of community. She is the goddess of towns and cities and nations. So if it's something that can help with that, she will. She's a goddess who mends things that are broken, mends things that are destroyed. So it's also thought that Fuxi and Nuwa is an earlier representation of yin and yang, the feminine and masculine principles. Now, in Taoist belief, she is referred, Nuwa is referred as to the Dark Lady of the ninth heaven, where the ninth heaven, by the way, is the highest heaven. But there are some depictions where, when I said compass, is that Fuxi will hold the compass and Nuwa will hold the carpenter's square. So, like I said, as time goes on, and that was in the time of the Tang Dynasty where Nuwa and Fuxi were actually people. So, now Nuwa, March 15th is said to be the goddess's birthday. And the people that worship her, or the people that just celebrate her because of cultural belief, will sing sacred songs and perform sacred folk dances that belong to her. And women will wear embroidered will bring embroidered shoes. Sorry, women will bring embroidered shoes to the goddess as a form of offering. And they will bring with them paper money and incense and burn them as offerings. And in praying to her for health, blessings, safety, happiness, family. Hey, Joker! Joker, what you doing? Always the clown, always the clown. So, when you think about it, Nuwa sculpted humans out of mud. Therefore, she could be prayed to help you if you're sculpting things out of clay. Maybe you're a sculptor. Maybe you make statues. Maybe you know you make things out of paper mache. Either way, you can ask Nuwa to help you do these things. So, if you create things out of art, you can ask her to help you. Just some ideas, folks. My cats are really active. Where are you, little boo? Lady Boss, are you still here with us? I see Lady Boss. Do we see Lady Boss? We see little boo, Lady Boss, taking a nap. I turned on the flash. Let me turn it off because it eats my batteries. So what else do I want to talk about her? So anyways, we passed the date of March 15th, but maybe next March 15th you can give her some stuff like that. So, you know, some offerings. Get embroidered shoes, incense, paper money. I also think, you know, make her sculptures, make her things out of clay or paper mache. Create things, give her nice things of art. Maybe give her like little statues of humans, images of snakes, candies. You can't go wrong with chocolate. You know, give her some maybe like rice or different types of rice, different colors rice. You know, you can make it from yourself or just get like, you know, those bags of rice. You can even get organic, you know, that you microwave and then it's ready. Like one of the things, the forbidden rice. You can get them in packs already. I had some for dinner. It was really good. You can get that for her. Hey Loki, you want to play? He wants to play fetch. Who wants to play fetch? Oh, never mind the mess, folks. I'm moving, so. So those are just some ideas that you can give her. Some sweets. You can't go wrong with sweets. Little cakes. Maybe break her some fresh bread. Ow! Why did you bite me? Here, go play, you little fart. I swear, he's a little fart. So, anyways, Nukwa is the goddess of harmony. She brings peace. She brings providence. And she is a goddess of compassion. And she's goddess of caring. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed this presentation. Hit me up in the comments what you think of Nukwa. Have you ever worked with her? How do you pronounce her name? Some people pronounce it Nua, Nukwa, Nukwa. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you really like my video, please subscribe to my channel so that I know I'm doing a good job. And share this video with your friends and family. I do want to show you my shirt that I got. At least I have that out. So I'll be right back. Are you going to be a bad boy, mister? Are you going to be a bad boy? I'll be right back. Come on, let's go. I'll be right back, and I want to show you guys some things. And also, I don't have a Patreon account. So think about, instead of sending me the money, what you would have sent me, send into charities that help clean up our beautiful earth, and that also helps people in need. For Nukwa helps people in need, and she protects people. So think about that instead of sending me money. I'll be right back. I want to show you my shirt. Oh, all right. No. So anyways, here's the shirt. Ow! Just freaking boxes everywhere. I hate the process of moving. It sucks. This is my shirt. Obituary. And like I said, it was signed. Right here. John Tardy signed it. Isn't that awesome? We got the Florida Swamp Tour 2023. So we have July 17th, July 8th. I'm not going to say where I was at. But, you know. Look at this. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Also, some other announcements. Braden Timmons is now crowdfunding for Haddonfield Nightmare, the final Nightmare. And Haddonfield Nightmare is an unofficial continuation of H2O. It's basically the son of Laurie Strode, Laurie Myers, 23 years later, and he's all grown up. And that's in Haddonfield Nightmare. And then the final Nightmare is which he's producing. So check Braden Timmons out. So anyways, thank you for watching. And as always, let me get this off and put this back. As always, be good to yourself and others. And let's say a final goodbye. Oh, by the way, this is just a simple... this is just one of my basic goddess statues I use for different goddesses when I don't have a statue of them. There's Lady Boss. And as always, blessed be.